starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot.
He can set traps. He can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy.
Gervonta Davis continues to show brutal power in preparation for his rematch against Lamont Roach. During a recent sparring session, he reportedly dropped his partner with a single devastating punch. According to those close to the camp, Davis has previously fled even heavyweight fighters in sparring with frightening force. His intense training sessions are a clear warning that he's aiming for a dominant finish in the upcoming rematch.
Yeah. Once Tank felt a little more power, you actually really think that Lamont can take Gervonta's power?
I don't think anybody can take his power. You know he knocked out heavyweights? What happened?
Man, I was about to spar. Before I was about to spar Tank, he was sparring this big boy.
A heavyweight?
Heavyweight boy. And Tank hit that nigga. He hit him so hard that he was on the top of the rope just like this. I'm like, I thought he died. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought he died.
In preparation for the upcoming rematch, Gervonta Davis is pushing himself to the limit. His recent training footage displays an intense level of energy, with non-stop combinations delivered at blistering speed. The focus in his camp is clearly on power and precision. Davis is not taking any chances this time. He's determined to enter the ring with no weaknesses and no excuses. The sharpness in his punches and commitment to his craft reveal how seriously he's approaching this fight. Terrence Crawford recently gave insight into the raw power that Davis possesses. Observing from a professional lens, he noted how Davis's knockout ability stems not only from strength but also from perfect timing and placement. Crawford's remarks reflect the boxing world's shared understanding of Davis as a fighter who only needs a single opportunity to turn a fight around. His reputation for one-punch power continues to grow, influencing how even top-tier boxers view his threat level.
Tank is one of the most interesting fighters to watch because he's so different. His style is so different. You know, he's so economical. Like, he puts pressure on guys without throwing too many punches, and then starts to figure holes out, and the way he can explode and move in with one shot, my God.
Yeah, he very explosive, and he be cracking them dudes. Hey, he be putting them to sleep.
Just cracking people.
Yeah.
And he has so much confidence in his power.
So, you know, he just, in his mind, he know it's a matter of time before I catch.
The draw against Lamont Roach has created a shift in perception around Davis. For a fighter who was once seen as invincible, this result introduced doubt. Analysts now question whether Davis has started to decline, or if the fight exposed flaws in his preparation. Tim Bradley's critique reflects the pressure Davis now faces to redeem himself. The upcoming rematch is not just about winning, it's about reasserting his status in the sport and proving the draw was an outlier, not the new norm.
Look like a real businessman now, you know. He's not all loud and crazy like he was. He's kind of calmed it and tamed it down a bit. So I respect that with Ryan, man, and I think he's gonna be a lot more focused now, and he's actually gonna go and train, and he's gonna definitely put on a show, and I think he's gonna win, man. I think he's gonna win by knockout.
How long does that fight go, in your opinion?
It won't go past 6.
Wow, everyone's been saying that.
I don't think it goes past 6.
Why?
What's up, fam?
Why do you guys think it?
Nah, there's too many holes. Too many holes in the game. Too many holes. Too many holes. Can improve in or improve on, and you know they're gonna come back and they're gonna put their best foot forward, bro. But like, look, if this shit don't motivate you, Tank, you know the fact you got to draw, the fact that you had a big fight lined up with Jake Paul after this, and now you got to wait, and now you got to do this rematch, bro. If this don't motivate you, I don't know what will. You know what I'm saying? Because like his name right now is getting drugged through the mud. You know, and all those fans that was on his side, bro, a lot of them are switching teams now. You know, so you know, look, he got a lot to prove, not only to himself, but a lot to prove to his fans and his fan base out there. So he go back in there, had his rematch, and he do what he's supposed to do, like he's supposed to do the first time around. Then all the shit that happened in the pad, it swept under the rug, because that's just how, you know, the fans is and the sport is. You know, and then he moves on.
One quality that still separates Davis from many of his peers is his adaptability. He can control the pace of the fight. Whether he chooses to pressure or box from range, this flexibility and style allows him to adjust in real time, which could be a decisive factor in the rematch. Roach may have had success in the first meeting, but Davis's ability to learn and respond could completely shift the dynamics in the second bout.
He can set traps. He can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy. He can do it all, and he can figure it out on the fly with the cerebral part I'm talking about. Right? And he's at his prime. See, that's the key. That's the part you got to put in there. He's at his prime.
He reminds me of the old time janitors, the superintendents in the big buildings, those big buildings, and they had a big brass key ring about this big with 1,000 keys on it. But every key, they knew that key was for a certain door to get into the building. When he's moving around, I'm saying he's the super with that big key ring, and he's looking for the right key to get in the door.
You're great with the analogies. I love that. I love the analogies.
And he finds the right key.
He does.
He doesn't walk into a room and like bang, oh my God, I shouldn't open that door. And a lot of guys do. Romero walked into that room. Garcia walked into that room.
Yeah,
So he don't. And that's part of what separates him and makes him a guy that's one of the most complete fighters right now of all time.
After the initial fight, Davis surprised many by giving unexpected explanations for his performance. Some of the reasons he offered came off as excuses and did not sit well with fans. These statements were seen as avoiding accountability and diminishing respect for Roach's efforts. This has made the build-up to the rematch more intense, as critics want to see. If Davis can back up his words with performance instead of excuses,
we got to talk about it. So Tank officially came out and says that he wants to put this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, Lamont Roach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. Roach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was going to look at them like, I don't want her braiding my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out and publicly made multiple claims, got all his receipts that no one needed, no one asked for, saying, oh, this had no grease or oil in it. No one cares. Nobody even believes it. Sometimes it's best to remain quiet.
This fight's narrative is beginning to mirror the famous Mayweather versus Maeda rivalry. In that case, Maeda gave Mayweather serious trouble in the first bout, but Floyd made effective adjustments in the rematch. Similarly, Roach's strong showing has placed the burden on Davis to adapt and respond. It's a storyline boxing fans know well. Initial doubt followed by redemption, and Davis now has the chance to write his version of that script.
Thumbs up, because this is what's going to happen. If y'all remember the Mayweather and Madonna match, where everybody thought Madonna beat Mayweather in the first match when they fought each other, like he dominated him, he beat him. Same thing goes here. Lamont Roach, everybody's saying that he dominated Gervonta Davis, but this is not going to happen in the rematch. Gervonta Davis is going to dominate Lamont Roach. If y'all agree with me on what I'm telling y'all, this is just like the Mayweather-Madonna fight. I'm trying to tell you. Lamont Roach is going to lose in the rematch, and that's a guarantee. That's not a prediction. That's
it for today's video. Stay tuned until next